All right, here we go.
You good, Brian?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. Hi, you guys. Okay, good morning, everybody. Hey, Uta, I thought it was evening there. Why are you so sleepy?
Me? I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
all
know. You look sleepy to me. When are you coming to Sedona?
You
Soon.
tell me either before or after retreat.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
It depends on how hard Sage is working me. You know,
Okay.
he's been killing me. Okay. Seiji, any comment to start, or I just start out?
No, I just wanted to welcome people again and thank you, Geshe Michael, for taking this time. We know this situation has been extremely hard for many people, and now more than ever, the things that you are teaching us are extremely valuable. So thank you for your time, and let's just get started.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Seiji. That's a beautiful introduction, actually. So, you know, every night before we have these sessions, I like to think about what I would like to say, you know, and just for all of us, that all the people I know, we even have trouble sleeping nowadays. Like we're so disturbed. Our whole life is disturbed. I'm sitting in a very quiet desert. The most excitement here is some small birds, you know. But our life is very, very disturbed by what's happening. And I think all of us want to feel that we're doing the best thing to help. You know, like we feel that, you know, all of us train in this
Wir haben
philosophy.
alle das Gefühl, dass wir uns in dieser Philosophie üben.
We all trained in this philosophy for so long.
Wir sind alle in dieser Philosophie ausgebildet.
I'm getting the German, Seiji. But okay, I'll let you know if it keeps going. And we feel so much that we should be doing something, you know, and we feel if we don't do something, we feel like we're missing the whole point of so many years of study, so many years of meditation, so many years of trying to understand the life. And now when the important time comes, you know, we feel like, okay, now I should be doing something, you know, and I have to help. I have to do something. Even it's not close to my country, I have to do something. This suffering is too terrible, you know. It's so terrible, you know, especially civilians, people who haven't done, just innocent people. And then I feel, oh, I have to do something, you know, I have to try to do something. And so I was thinking about that, you know, and then I thought about an example in my own life. And so I'll talk about that for a few, maybe 15 minutes, and then let's do either question and answer, or you can talk about how you are trying to change your seeds personally. But people often ask me, you know, what was your start, Geshe? How did you start all this path? What happened to you? Out of all the American people, you know, why you went on this path, you know? What happened in your early days when you're a kid? What happened that you wanted to go on a different path? And it's very clear in my mind. And so we had a big family, and people ask me, well, anyway, we had a big family. and we had 4 brothers, 4 boys, and then mom and dad. And that's I don't know, poor Seiji and Noor, who have 1 boy. Every time they bring Maitri to the college now, it reminds me of the Olympics, you know, how they're running around the track, you know, because now Maitri can walk. Uta, it's fun. He looks like a drunk. He's like this, you know, but he's a fast drunk, and he walks around the room, and they're like chasing after him, and I can't imagine 4 boys. I can't imagine what that would be like, you know. And we were bad boys. We I don't know. We didn't have good manners, and we used to fight a lot. And then my father left after, I think, when I was 10 or something, 11. My mom kicked my father out, and they were both drinking. He was a war veteran. He saw terrible things when he was 19, 18 years old. He never recovered from the war. He never recovered from what he saw. And he was drinking, and then my mom started drinking, and there was a lot of violence in our house. You know, sometimes my dad would hit my mom, and then there was a lot of fighting between the brothers, you know, like 4 brothers, you know, and like we had funny rules about fighting. I don't know if you guys have brother or sister. There's some kind of rule that you don't hit in the face. You never hit in the face. But mostly you just grab and you knock them down, and you can punch them here. This is legal. This is not legal. We never hit in the face, but I don't know who made this rule. We broke a lot of chairs, and we broke a lot of doors, and we even broke a window one time. But I used to, it used to really bother me. The violence used to really, really bother me. And I was sensitive to violence. And I thought, wow, you know, why is this going on? I go to my friend's house. They don't fight at their house, I guess. You know, no one's hitting anybody. And then I thought, wow, why is this so violent at my house, you know? And people asked me, so I was the #1 student in Arizona. The year I graduated high school, I was #1 in the whole state. And people asked me, how did you do that? And I said, well, I spent a lot of time in the school library. You know, I was in the library for many hours every evening. They stayed open late. So school, I think, finished at 4 o'clock or something. And the library is open till maybe 6 or 7. And I would just stay there because I didn't want to go home. You know, I didn't want to go home because I didn't want to see the fighting, you know, and I didn't want to be in the fighting. And so I used to stay in the library, and it was so quiet compared to my house. You know, they don't allow talking, and I think that's where I got addiction to books. You know, my wife says I'm addicted to the Tibetan books, you know. And I just got addicted to books, you know, and because it's so quiet and there's no violence, and the library was so nice. And then I go home. Finally, the library would close, and I would go home. And I had a little brother. He was especially violent. So I was #2 and he was #3. But we were very similar physically because he was very athletic. So he was strong. He was a football player. And he was strong and he was very violent, you know. And later he committed suicide when he was 20. I think because of his violent nature. But he would really be violent. And then, so I used to have this struggle in my heart, what's the way to stop him, because especially he would hit my little brother, and he was small, and then I would try different things, I would go home after the library, and I decided I will defend my little brother, I will be the protector. And whenever the third brother hit the fourth brother, I will hit the third brother, So I'm number two. And I thought I will protect my little brother, And so I kind of told him, we're going to have a policy, hit for hit. Every time you hit him, I'm going to hit you in the same place, And so I tried that for a while. And I thought it would control him, I thought he would stop. And it didn't. It just got worse, He got more violent, It seemed like it was just a cycle. Like I didn't know the word samsara, but I knew the feeling of it, which is just a cycle, he hits brother 3 hits brother 4, brother 2 hits brother 3, brother 3 gets more angry, brother 3 hits brother 4 more. And it just seemed like samsara, and even at 10 years old, I could see, this doesn't work, it creates a culture of violence in our house, in our family. And it doesn't seem to end, it just keeps going like that. I hit 2 hits 3 because 3 is hitting 4. And then 3 thinks that the way to get what 3 wants is to hit somebody. You see what I mean? So then I had a big doubt in my heart. I had a big doubt in my mind, and I said, maybe I'm the same as brother 3. Maybe when I hit brother 2 to protect brother, when brother 2, which is me, when I hit brother 3 to protect brother 4, I start to wonder if I am brother 3. I start to think maybe I'm the same as brother 3. It's very weird. I was protecting brother 4 by hitting brother 3. I'm brother 2. Brother 1 was pretty peaceful. And then he's still peaceful. And then I thought, at some time I have a doubt about myself. I say, now I'm hitting brother 3 because I want him to stop hitting brother 4. And I'm afraid I'm becoming brother 3. I'm starting to act like brother 3. I'm starting to think like to do violence, to stop violence is a good thing, And then I start to doubt what's the difference between me and brother 3. Because our philosophy is the same. We can solve our problems by hitting somebody, And so I had this frightening moment when I was hitting brother 3 to protect brother 4. I thought I'm becoming brother 3. I'm also becoming the same. So I thought, wow, I have to stop this system, it doesn't work. I saw, even when I'm 10 years old, I said, this is not working, this is just making 2 brother 3s in the house who believe in hitting people. And then, so I had a new system, actually I decided in the library, I created a new system while I was sitting in the library, and I'm not going to hit brother 3, but I'm going to stop him peacefully. And I even developed a new method, probably it's some kind of martial arts, I don't know. But when brother 3 is hitting brother 4, I will go behind brother 3 and I will hold him very strong around his waist. And then I sit down. And it hurts a little bit because brother 3 lands on my lap, so I will grab brother 3. I don't hit him. I just, what do you call it? I just stop him. I hold him and I sit down. And then he will hit me like this behind, and he will go like this. And I just decided, I don't care how much he hits me. I will be quiet. I will be peaceful. I will just hold him until he stops, until he calms down. I will hold him. And I got a cut and I got broken thing, but I didn't hit him. I just did a peaceful way. Just hold him. And finally he will give up, Finally he will get calmed down and stop, And then I thought, oh, this is much better, This is a good system. And I also felt better about myself, that I'm not becoming violent. I'm not becoming like brother 3. I'm just restraining him. And then I would let go of him. And the next day I come home from the library and he's hitting brother 4 again, And I'm like, dang. Him again, sit down again. And I used to try to sit him down we had a special closet where we throw our laundry, our dirty clothes. And then my mom will wash the clothes once a week. We didn't help her at all. We just throw our dirty clothes in one closet. And so I tried to grab him and go fall down on the dirty clothes because it's softer. And I said, oh God, I'm gonna have to go hold him in the dirty clothes again, So I grab him, go to the dirty clothes, fall down. And then I noticed something. He's not changing, The violence level is the same in our home, It didn't change. He didn't change. And finally, in the end, when he was 20, he killed himself, right? He was violent even to himself. And I was like, wow, this is not working either, And then that bothered me my whole life. I went to college. When I went to Princeton, it was during Vietnam War. We tried everything to stop the war, and some of us went to jail even, and we tried many, many ways to stop the war. And we went, we had 300 people every day. We sent 300 people every day to sit in front of the White House like dead people. So there's a special place in front of the White House where you're allowed to sit there. And we will lay down like we are dead. And they will arrest us. And then the next day, 300 more people will come because the American bombers were killing 300 civilians every day. And at that time, and it didn't work very well. It didn't really stop the war. And so I started to doubt, wow, if I hit my brother, it doesn't work. And if I try to restrain him and sit down, it doesn't work either, And I got so frustrated. And finally, when I studied with my teachers, right, with my Tibetan teachers, finally, I understood about the seeds, I finally, when I studied the two husbands in the kitchen, finally I got some idea, how to stop the violence because it's coming from me. When I learned the pen, then I have to understand brother 3 is coming from brother 2. Wow. Brother 3 is coming from brother 2. And if brother 2 doesn't understand that, then brother 2 will try one of these 2 methods, you see, hit him or sit him down, hit him or sit him down. But both solutions based on he's not coming from me. You see, both solutions are based on he's decided to hit brother 4, not me, Brother 3 decided to hit brother 4. It's not brother 2 told brother 3 to hit brother 4. But then after I studied with my teacher, I realized brother 2 told brother 3 to hit brother 4. The problem is brother 2. Oh, and I'm like, wow, that's such a unbelievable solution, Brother 2 caused the fighting at home from the library. Oh my God, brother 2 from the library caused the fighting between brother 3 and brother 4. That was so amazing, such an unusual idea, But I start to believe it because hitting brother 3 doesn't stop him. And restraining brother 3 also doesn't stop him. So hitting brother 3 or restraining brother 3, somehow it's the same problem. They both don't work. Why? I can restrain him peacefully, sit down on the dirty cloth, but then the next day he's doing it again, It didn't solve the problem. It just delayed the problem, I can stop him for 1 day, or I can stop him for 4 years, and then he will come back and do it again, and then I suddenly realized that how brother 3 treats brother 4 is coming from brother 2. Oh my God, it's my responsibility. And then suddenly I realize I can stop it. I just have to stop my own violence. I have to stop my own violence, my little violence, because violent seeds grow, right? They multiply like rabbits, And God, I was so happy, And so I start to try when I'm with my brothers. I start to try to watch my own seeds and change my own seeds. And I try not to be violent, even in a small way, even in my thinking. I try to watch my thoughts. And to this morning, me and Maria and Victoria, Peter, we were practicing how to teach the next DCI level. And we were practicing how to teach watching your own thoughts. And then I started to do that. I started to watch. I mean, obviously I don't kill people physically. I don't encourage people to kill other people. But in my mind, I sometimes think, this guy really bothered me. I wish he would just disappear. I don't think, okay, Maria, I don't think I want to kill him. I wish he'd disappear. I guess it's the same thing. And I just wish he'd disappear, And then I realized, oh my gosh, that's a kind of, I'm planting those violences, all the time. I wish this person would go home or go away or move to another state, and then I realized those are the seeds to see brother 3 hurting brother 4. And okay, and then let's have some. Then tell me what you guys think about your seeds. What seeds are you stopping? What seeds are you going to stop to help stop this war? And then what other ideas do you have? And let's talk about it together. Last thing, it kind of worked, you know, the relationship between the brothers became very beautiful. And even before my brother died, we were all very gentle with each other and very loving with each other. And I like to think that changing my seeds changed the family situation. So our family situation became very beautiful. My mom stopped drinking. She became a very beautiful person. My brothers became very beautiful. And they never did violence anymore to each other. They just helped each other all the time. So, okay, Seiji, questions, comments?
All right, thank you very much, Geshe Michael. There is one question in the chat. Does doing Tonglen help the people suffering in Ukraine? And what else can I do?
Nowadays, so when I was in 3-year retreat, which is 22 years ago, I started. I started writing a book called Kachin, and it got too long. I think it's almost 2,000 pages or something, and I never cleaned it up. And so nowadays, I thought I'd clean it up and finish it, and it's a beautiful book because I wasn't talking for 3 years. So the words are more beautiful, I think. And recently, I was cleaning up the section about Tonglen. There's a section about giving and taking, and I thought, and I was thinking the same question: could this help the situation in Ukraine? And I think it's a great meditation for this time. I think if you're a meditator and you do Tonglen meditation, it's like breathing. You know, it's like breathing. You know, to survive without dying all day, you have to breathe. And I think to survive as a meditator and as a spiritual person, so Tonglen, giving and taking meditation, it's like breathing. I think no matter how many years you meditate, and I'm meditating about 50 years, no matter how many years you meditate, I think Tonglen is extremely powerful. And I think it's a great idea for this situation. And I do believe it plants seeds to stop the situation and stop the suffering. So it's not just that we are pretending that we're taking away the suffering. We are changing it's like we are turning off the faucet of the water that's leaking in the toilet, you know. So my water faucet for the whole house is outside. And when I fix the toilet or something, I have to turn it off outside. And then it doesn't pour water inside. So I think when you do Tonglen, you are turning off the big faucet for the whole house. You are turning off the water supply for all the suffering that you see. So it's a really what they call in Buddhism going to the source, right? Go to the source, turn off the water for the whole house. And then it's not going to leak in the bathroom or the kitchen. So I think Tonglen is really, really great because you're turning off the source of the suffering. And by the way, what I was trying to say was, in a lot of cases, if we don't work on my own seeds, if I don't work on my own seeds, then I'm kind of just doing the same kind of violence as those people that I'm trying to stop. You see what I mean? It's brother 2 is hitting brother 3. So brother 3 will stop hitting brother 4. It makes me brother 3. I become brother 3. So I think only if we can go to the source of the violence, which is me, which is my seeds, that's turn off the whole house water. I think in the end, we don't have a choice. We have to do Tonglen. It's not like, will Tonglen help? It's not the question. The question is, we don't have a choice. We have to do Tonglen. Yeah. Okay, Seiji.
All right, so we wanted to mix it up between questions,
Okay.
people sharing how they've been using. And we have here Bill and Ina who want to share with us how they're using seeds.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How you're using seeds to stop violence?
Do you want to start?
No, I want you to start.
What we've been doing is once a week meeting on a video chat with a group of Ukrainians and Russians. And originally it was a project to help them plant seeds for financial success. And we're still trying that, but it's also become kind of a war support group. And, people, particularly since there's a mixed group of Ukrainians and Russians, trying to keep them from, hating each other. And, using examples of, I've been talking about Lincoln and other historical examples I've seen where karma's played out. And Ina does more of the Dharma stuff that we're talking about. And
4 steps.
4 steps, so what else would you like to add to that?
I think it was very crucial for us to travel to Arizona, and that was very crucial time to meet Geshe and all the team, and it helped me to stop this attraction to, to the power of anger, power of violence, like to stop being enchanted by that, because I know that it will not help. It never helps. And I remember again and again one example that I was given when I was studying psychotherapy of PTSD and shock trauma, that Vietnamese people, they had very strong karma of being in war conflicts. And the way they stopped it is very interesting. They organized centers to help American soldiers suffered from Vietnamese war. And this is a great example how to really stop the war.
Great. That's beautiful. That's perfect. Very, very cool. I love that one. That's something we could do. Yeah, thank you guys. Ina, my wife gave Ina a massage. She took her jewelry off. I put it in the box. Okay, she's supposed to mail it, but she's so busy. She always forgets. Yeah,
it isn't the most secure place in the world, I think.
It's okay. Okay, I love you guys. Nice to see you. Yeah. Seiji, who else you got here?
Now we have a question. Will peaceful thoughts be helpful in doing kindness acts?
Yeah, I think this idea, and we're going to talk more about it in the upcoming DCI level 4. In fact, Peter and Maria and Victoria and me will be teaching it together. But I think just learning to check in with my own thoughts. And I do this all day long. I do this all day long, and I have thoughts in my mind. I listen to the thoughts in my mind, And nowadays I like to say, Geshe, if your students could hear those thoughts right now, how embarrassing would you be? You know, it would be terrible. You know, God, you have to control those thoughts. You know, you have to have more. I find it very helpful to check in with my thoughts, especially if I don't feel happy. You know, if I feel a little bit sad or something, I'll check in with my thoughts, and then I'll say, where's that coming from? What's going on? You know, and so I think this idea of carefully observing the talk in your own mind is a great practice. And then trying to make those thoughts more peaceful. And to me, it includes, Seiji, it includes not getting stressed about what I have to do. So I have a lot to do. It's stressable. I mean, I should get stressed. It's too much. But then I think if I allow my mind to get stressed, then I'll do something, I'll say something negative to somebody, I'll hurt somebody. So I try to judge the peacefulness level of my mind. I think there's Bhutan. I think in the little country called Bhutan, they have a national happiness measurement something. It's a funny thing. They have national happiness measurement, and the government publishes it. It's very cool. And I like to do that with my own mind. You know, I said, wow, this morning I felt a little bit grumpy. Oh, I have to do 2 classes before breakfast. Oh, Uta, it's not fair, right? And then I thought, wow, you're not having a peaceful mind right now. And so I think it's wonderful to learn to watch our mind. And even if you're alone in the house and still you don't feel very happy, I think you have to check your mind and say why, and you have to change it, right? So I think that's a great idea. Seiji, what's your next one?
Next, we have another question. How do you think love and understanding can be recovered between Russian and Ukrainian people?
Yeah, I think it's a big question. And honestly, I've heard some Russian friends say, and I love Russia because I was always attracted to Russia. That's why I studied Russian in university. And I don't know why, because I had never been there at that time. But I really Russia attracts me like Tibet attracts me. It's a very mysterious, beautiful, mystical country. And the literature is mystical, the music is mystical, the ballet is mystical. And it's very, very attractive to me. And it always has been. And Veronica also, she has a strange attraction to Russia. And then recently I heard Russian friends say, I heard the same thing repeated several times. Everybody hates us now. Everybody in the world hates us now, you know, and it feels terrible, you know, and it's not true, okay? It's not true. The rest of the world is not so stupid, you know. I think most people in the world, they understand that these things happen and that we should love each other. It's not that hating other people is like hitting brother 3, you know. It's just a different way to hit brother 3 is to hate brother 3. And it doesn't, I just want to say that the whole world is not stupid. In the end, we're not so stupid. And I think the whole world has love and compassion for Russian people and Ukrainian people. And most people understand how fights start in the family. We all had fighting in our family. We all understand that the relationship between nations is similar to the relationship between me and my brother. And things happen. And I think if I'm a Russian person right now, the message you should understand from the rest of the world is we love you very, very much. And we respect you very, very much. And we feel like we are one family. And, these things will pass. My favorite country to go to nowadays is Vietnam. And I stood in Hanoi. I gave a lecture in Hanoi, and the whole audience was people that my country bombed. My country bombed them and killed hundreds of thousands of people, and they asked me to come, and they asked me to get on the stage. And I'll tell you a funny thing, Seiji. They put a statue of Ho Chi Minh next to me. Ho Chi Minh is the guy who beat the Americans. He's the leader who beat the American military. And I have to give a talk in the capital city of the people that my country tried to kill. And I'm standing next to the statue of the guy who beat the American army. And they all loving me, intense love for me and respect. We even had people in the yoga class who lost their legs because of the American bombs, and they came to the yoga class. And we all have this intense love for each other. So I think try to appreciate that we all know conflict happens even in our family. We can't even stop conflict in 5 people, 6 people, And so the world is more intelligent than that. The whole world knows that we are all violent, and the whole world knows we have to love each other. People are not so stupid, People have a deep love for the people in Russia and Ukraine. We have a deep love for other human beings, and that doesn't change. That politics doesn't change that. So don't never feel that that people don't love you. The whole world loves you, and we just trying to figure out why our families don't work. And we're all trying to fix it. Okay. All right, Seiji.
Okay. Now we have Katrin, who wants to share with us how she's been using seeds to change this.
Hello, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Geshe, for the teaching. It's amazing.
I love you.
I always excited, and I'm so happy to hear every time something new from you. For 10 years, all the time I hear something new and very deep. And it's very important, I believe, not just for me. I'm looking for the seeds I planted because I see something like situation is changing, and I'm looking for the main disturbing me in this fight. And I'm looking for what's the most disturbing today. And I found it about, I don't know, a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, that the most disturbing me part for now, not just violence, but the most is that restrictions, which Russia is doing and which I see around me, even in my house. I've seen a lot of restrictions. So it was funny because I see it in a big situation with countries, and I see it even in my house, which touch me. and I started to work with it and purify restrictions I do to others, and I've done a lot, just a lot. And I started to clean it up and purify the seeds. And the situation at house changed very fast. It took, I don't know, a few days, and it changed. And now I'm waiting for the big changes at the countries.
Oh.
Should be.
Yeah. Good. I was, God, and I was studying, I was teaching mind-only system to some Chinese people this last week. A very, very cool group of Chinese people. They're all business people, and I teach them 3 times a year for 4 days. And they are big business people from China. And they said, okay, what are you going to teach us this time, Geshe? It's a lot of classes. It's about 15, 20 hours of classes for me to prepare. And I said, you know what? Let's just do seeds from the mind-only school, because it's so goddamn confusing, completely confusing, and true. It's true, and it's confusing. And then they said, Geshe, why you want to confuse us, And I said, well, I'll tell you something. According to all the schools, if you feel confused about something and then you think about it a lot, it opens your good seeds faster. So to be confused about seeds and to get a headache thinking about what the hell is this seeds, to worry about your own seeds, to be confused about your own seeds is a very good karma. And that's a weird thing, so to worry about your seeds is a very good seed, and it opens the good seeds faster. So I think if there's a crisis and we all going crazy, try to figure out this crisis, all our good seeds will open faster. It's very interesting. So maybe something great will come from all this trouble, maybe. I think so. Because we're all worrying about our seeds, right? So. Anyway, thank you, Con. Thank you for Arina. I gave her some good work yesterday. Okay.
Wow. Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Farina.
Okay. All right. Seiji.
Another question in the chat. Can we help refugees with jobs and supplies? What can we do?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. And, my theory of refugees, because I lived with refugees since I was 20. I lived in the Tibetan refugee camp for on and off for 25 years. So I know about refugees. And as I said before, I think there's 4 stages to help. 3 is to help refugees. First, you give them food and medicine and a place to stay. That's top priority, immediately. And you shouldn't delay, like when there's a refugee situation, the habit is to get excited for the first week, and then everybody gets busy again with their own life, and they stop helping the refugees. And it's not that they are insensitive; it's that they are busy. So everyone's busy, So usually with the refugees, there's a lot of sympathy, a lot of support in the first few weeks. And then people get used to the word. This news is getting less and less in the American newspaper. The violence is bigger. The news is less and less because people are getting used to it now. So I think the first goal is to act with urgency. We have to say, I have to do something now. And if you have a choice between donating some money today or donating tomorrow, it's important to donate it today. because it takes time for the money to get to the refugees. It takes time to buy the medicine. It takes time to find the place. So I realize we have to act immediately. We can't wait 1 day or 2 days like that. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I think giving, my long experience in my life is that giving people money for a long period is unhealthy for those people. They don't work. They don't have self-esteem. They don't feel independent. They're just waiting for the next check. And I think it hurts their spiritual life. You know, they just become like dependent on someone else's charity. And so I believe that for the self-esteem and for the strength of the person, I mean, quickly, we have to organize businesses and we have to organize projects to give people meaningful work, important work. And so I think I challenge everybody to give money. And I'm very proud we raised over $120,000. We are pouring the money out, but we cannot stop there. You know, we have to refugees self-esteem and good work and important work and work that they can feel proud of themselves. So there are so many talented people coming out of Ukraine, extremely talented, well-educated people, and intelligent and capable. It's like for an employer. So I hired people in the diamond business. I hired 10,000 people in my diamond business. And if you're an experienced business person and you see these people coming out of Ukraine, wow, that's so unbelievable opportunity, you know. We can do some great things, you know. We can make some great projects. And I think even the Worldview Group, we have to work quickly to create some big projects. And we have so many big things we have to do. I mean, this is a great marriage between the Ukrainian refugees and the future of Worldview and all of our businesses. I think it's a great marriage. And so we have to jump on that. And then thirdly, in my life, I think to encourage refugees to help other refugees is the ultimate 4 steps, right? So, and I can see it's happening in Ukraine, and it's very cool that Ukrainian people are helping Ukrainian people. The people who lost their homes, lost their life, lost their job, lost family members, they are actively giving up what they have to other refugees. And I think that's so beautiful and so smart. So I think we have to encourage that. And we have to move quickly. We cannot say, oh, next week, let's try to come up with an idea for hiring people. Let's try to find some work, or we should have to do it now, because it takes time to funding. It takes time to get the money to Europe. It takes time to organize the company. It takes time to train people. So we have to do it now. And so we have to give money now, and we have to create jobs, good jobs, better jobs now. And lastly, I want to say one more thing. I got a lot of Americans have 2 homes. You know, it's an American dream. The old American dream was to have 1 home. The new American dream is to have 2 homes. and people will Airbnb, or people will have a summer home and a winter home. And a lot of Americans have contacted us. For example, my brother, my number one brother, and he said, look, we have an extra home and it's open. Geshe, Michael, just send some Ukrainians, they can live there for free. We're happy to help. And I got this offer from many students. So people like Ina, Bill, if people are in the United States and they need a place, we have several houses have been offered for free. And we just need to hook the people up together, So I put that in your mind as another project we have to work about, And those houses are open; they're waiting. One is in Colorado, one is in Montana, one is a beautiful house in Seattle, stuff like that. So, all right, Seiji, one more.
I also wanted to take the time to talk about some quick links that we have put here. So for those of you on YouTube, you can see the spotlighted slide with Brian. We have 3 QR codes there. The first one, where it says donate, is the link to our partner organization here in the US, who's receiving donations, and they'll coordinate with our partners abroad. The 2 QR codes on the bottom is, if you need help, please feel free to use either one of these. The one on the left is in English, the one on the right is in Russian. Also, we have had 2 of the worldly organizations that are currently looking for talent. We have ACI, and we have their link in the chat. And we also have DCI. So if you feel attracted to any of those companies or both, please feel free to go into these links and put your information.
Okay, cool, Seiji. I think that's a beautiful way to end today. If you guys you want to do again next week? Yeah, okay. All right, let's do it again next week. Seiji and Brian will choose a time that Grandpa has available, okay? And we'll send out an announcement for next week. And let's keep going, okay? Usually in this kind of situation, the world loses interest after a few months, 1 month, 2 months. So I think we have to keep it going, and we shouldn't slow down. Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all translators, and thank you all for looking at your seats. And that's the way we're gonna help. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Seiji. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
Extremely busy.
I'm okay. Bye.
And thank you, Brian, and all of our tech people.
Yeah.
Expand this message.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay. See you later.